What are these odd-shaped little chocolate things, you might be wondering? These are asteroids. Invented by my best friend Cynthia and me back in the 80s. We were just children. Anyway, we invented this great chocolate treat made from nut butter, dark chocolate, brown rice syrup, and brown rice crispy cereal. And they're so easy to make. Everyone loves them, whether they live on Twinkies or brown rice and miso soup. Asteroids will win you raves every time. Stick around, I'll show you how to make them. All right, so now remember I said these were easy? Look how easy. 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. No oven, just a pot. I'm telling you, these are so easy. The key to these is Suzanne's rice syrup, though I gotta give you a little heads up. So, in this pan, we add a cup of chocolate chips. These are non-dairy grain sweetened. You don't even have to like really measure. Into this goes a cup of your favorite nut butter. I'm using almond butter because I just think it's spectacular. But you may use peanut butter, cashew butter, hazelnut butter, or if you're dealing with a nut allergy, you can also just use sunflower butter. They even have unsweetened ones now, so you should be really fine to use those. Next goes in our brown rice syrup, about a cup. So we're going to take about 2/3 of a cup of Suzanne's maple rice nectar. It's really my favorite. I just can't live without it. And to kind of ramp up the chocolate, we'll add about a 1/3 cup of her chocolate rice syrup, which will just make these a little bit more chocolatey. And you might have to lick the spoon, so you might want to save that for later. Just saying. So now all you do is you cook these. You can see it's starting to melt. You're going to cook these until, my girlfriend Cynthia and I used to call this goopy. You're going to cook it until it's goopy. You're going to cook it until the almond butter and the chocolate and the rice syrup are all melded together to create this beautiful, creamy, smooth texture. And it happens really fast. This is a great dessert for the kids to help you with. You do this part, but when it comes to shaping them or stirring in the Rice Krispies and there's no more oven heat or, you know, the stove's not on, then you absolutely can get the kids involved. And you just kind of have to get in here and mush up the almond butter so that it really melts. You have to get all the lumps and bumps out. All the Rice Krispies will blend in with this, so you have to make sure that the chocolate chips are melted, that the almond butter doesn't have any bumps. It's really got to be smooth and satiny. And we're almost there. Okay. You see how we've got this now? You just got a couple little air bubbles in there, but this is lovely and smooth. And you do this on sort of a medium-low heat, and you want to do it in a pan like a sillet because it has nice even heat. And you don't want the bottom to scorch. If you do this melting process in a really thin, like a stainless steel pan, you end up with a burnt bottom. And then you have a burnt flavor in your asteroids, and that's not good. So now that you have all the chocolate nice and goopy, this stays all in one place. 3 cups of crispy cereal, brown rice crispy cereal. Whatever brand you like, I look for the one that's not sweetened. And you just mix these together until all the Rice Krispies are mixed through. And you do this in kind of a gentle way because you don't want to break the Rice Krispies. These are like Rice Krispie treats. And now you have an option. You may either form them into little circles, which then they really look like asteroids, or you can put them into a pan, let them set for 30 minutes, and cut them into squares. Then you got to call them something else, though, because in order for them to be asteroids, they have to look like asteroids. So what you do now that everything's blended, to make them actually look like asteroids, you got to wet your hands. And then you just, working from the top, because these are hot, so you got to be a little bit careful. You just roll them into asteroid shape. And now you have the cosmic convection that's out of this world. God, so good.